He's making history with each new find in Tom's world every time. Tom's on the hunt. Tom's on the prowl with a can in hand and a curious plan. World secrets to be found in Tom's world now. Tom's World How.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Hey Noah, how are you? You're the first to comment, as always. Thank you, my friend. You and Kate, always the first two to comment. I can count on that. You guys are awesome. So how's everybody doing? Welcome to a really rare Sunday afternoon live event. And as I said in the description, why am I doing a live on a Sunday afternoon when I normally do Monday night hangouts? And I'm still going to do tomorrow's Monday night hangout. But the gods that be decided that I was just not making a video today. I tried two different locations, and I was not able to get to film in either one of them, or to record, I should say, in either one of them. I tried to go down to the historic district of Bristol Borough to record around there, and I didn't think, it being Sunday, that there would be a lot going on or that there would be people there, but oh my God, that place was mobbed. There was people everywhere. There was, like, they barricaded the parking lot for the wharf. I guess it was full or something, or I don't know. Hey, Jeep Girl, what's going on? And yeah, Noah, yesterday was a crazy day for news. This past week, the past couple weeks have been, and we'll get into that. But so I went down to the historic district of Bristol. I was going to record around there, and it didn't really pan out. So I stopped at Lou's Farm Market to grab some lunch meat and cheese on my way home for Dad, and then I came back and I said, you know what? I know that they do the flea market over at Franklin Mills, because no self-respecting far northeast person, or northeast person, or a Philadelphia person for that matter, would call that place Philadelphia Mills, because it was, always, will always be Franklin Mills until the day they tear it down, which hopefully will be soon. And I'll get into something I saw online about that as well. But once I got there, it was like 2:45, 2:30 something. People were packing up. It was about to start raining. It still hasn't really started raining yet. It spit a little bit, but hey, John, what's going on? So I wasn't able to do a video there. So with that, I just said, all right, well, I'm just going to go to Acme. I'm going to get stuff I got to get and everything like that. And then I thought, well, why not do a live feed on Sunday just to see what everybody's doing? I mean, I know a lot of people are probably watching the Phillies game, and if you are, I'm sorry. that is a crap show of a game right now. Last I just saw, it was 11-3 against the worst team in the league. So that's not a good thing. So I don't know. Maybe people are going to come over and watch this because they'd rather watch me than watch the Phillies lose to the worst team in the league. But anyway, so here we are. We're hanging out, and this was the best I could get for today. The fam nally. I like that. So as Noah mentioned, there has been quite a bit of news that happened, not just this week, but in the last couple of weeks. We've lost some celebrities, man. We lost Martin Mull. We lost Shelley Duvall. We lost Donald Sutherland. We lost Dr. Ruth. We lost Richard Simmons. And then yesterday, shots were fired at Trump. I mean, no matter what your political affiliation is and what you believe, that kind of stuff should not happen. Regardless, it just further proves how divided this entire country is right now over this stupid crap. You can hate whoever you want to hate. You can love whoever you want to love, whatever, and that's fine. But that kind of violence, that's unacceptable. That kind of stuff should never, ever happen. And I know that there's a lot of people that were probably happy that that happened. There's a lot of people that were upset that happened. But, I mean, hey, whatever you believe, I personally, at this point of the game, I mean, I'm not going to get into my individual beliefs, but we'll just say that I feel that all politicians are at fault, both sides of the aisle, for the state of the country as it is now. And the way that people think and what people can get away with, from the littlest things to the biggest things. Um, some whips need to be cracked as far as um, the laws and stuff like that, and what is, you know, what's the right wording I'm looking for, like what they do as far as legal terms, and what they let people get away with, and what they don't let people get away with, because that, again, that falls on both sides of that fence too. They're concentrating too much on the stuff that they shouldn't, and they're not concentrating enough on the stuff that they should, and all this comes down from the politicians. They're just all running this place into the ground, and I weep for the future if things continue in the direction that they're in. Yes, horrendous violence. I mean, and this isn't the first time that a politician was shot at. I mean, we've seen it in quite a few different times. I actually, of course, because of this all coming up, the whole thing with Ronald Reagan being shot back in the '80s, and I remember that. I was in kindergarten, but I remember it. And my kindergarten class, we sent him a jar of jelly beans, and I'm sure a lot of people did that. But I saw a speech that he was giving like 2 weeks after, and he's like right in the middle of the speech, and a balloon popped, and like instantly he said, "Miss me," and I thought that was hysterical, as did everybody in the audience. But it's just a shame that this kind of stuff happens, not only to politicians but to celebrities, just because people want to be the person that did that. And it's ridiculous. What's up, Chris? How you doing, brother? Um, Chris, the man making money hand over fist over there, man. Maybe I should go into the line of work you're in. I don't know. But because God knows the state is not paying me all that much. We do a lot of work, and for the work that we do, if we went to any other private company, we'd be getting paid at least double what we get paid. But and that brings me to another point. If Lori, the winner of our giveaway from my last live feed, if she's here, I did see your message. I know it says I haven't read it yet, but I did see it. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to get that going. I just had to wait until I got paid, because I am quite the bit of a poor man. Um, what's up, Mike? How you doing? I'm resisting the urge to click on comments to bring them up down here, because they're already right here. So it's just what I'm used to. But Lori, your T-shirt will be on its way today. When I get done this live feed, I'm setting it up, and it'll be on its way. Um, but yeah, it's sad the way things have gone with all this political stuff, the rhetoric, the word that the press likes to use a lot, the press and the politicians, the rhetoric that goes on. Um, and it's just sad, and all the celebrities that we lost, like I mentioned. It's getting to a point where, like, all the celebrities I grew up with are starting to go away, and I don't like that. And I know everybody goes through that, no matter what your age is, no matter what generation you're from. um I could drive it there. I thought you lived further away. Yeah, I mean, if it's more than an hour, I can't drive it there. But it still has to be delivered, because I'm not the one that makes it. What I use is, it's a print on demand company, and it's called Spreadshirt, as you know, because you've been to the merch page, and they do all the printing, they do everything else, so it still has to be sent out one way or another. I did have an offer from somebody, and I have to look back on it, who does their own printing and everything, so that I could have things on hand to either give away or sell or whatever. And I should do that too, especially as I get bigger. I mean, and that sounds so vain when I say that, as I get bigger, but my channel has gotten substantially bigger in the last 28 days. What was it? Let me look. In the last 28 days, I've gained 138 subscribers, and that other video is still rocking. It is at 7,000. Oh God, I broke 7,000. It's at 7,020 views. That round ruins in the woods and stuff like that. And I haven't made a video since then outside of these live feeds. Wisconsin, just a few hours, really, really, just a few hours. That's all. Well, you'll have to come out for my next meet and greet. I'm gonna do that in the fall, and I'm probably gonna do it in the garden again. That seemed to be a good place to do it for now. And yeah, Kate, it is quite amazing. I'm astounded. It right now is the most viewed video on my channel, and that astounds me and makes me happy at the same time. It's a great thing. Um, but yeah. So what else do we have going on? I mean, it's been excruciatingly hot being out and working at the park and everything, but we still do what we got to do, and we get stuff done. We take care of it all. I thought about when I was getting a little defeated, feeling like I couldn't make a video. I thought about going to my the thing I always go back to, of course, the garden. And I thought about doing a video there, but right now it needs to be mowed over there, and I'd rather it look like crisp and sharp when I go there and I make a video. One of the mowers is at work is down currently, and it's more of a mulcher than a mower, and that's what I use to do the garden, and it makes it look really nice. And I was hoping to get that done this week, but we weren't able to get things going. Um, we do that would be cool to have a memory bench for Jim. I would have to do a fundraiser for that, or I mean, since you're making so much money, it's only a couple $1,000. Um, but I can tell you it wouldn't be able to be put in the garden. We could possibly put it on the outside of the garden, just on the outside. But the park manager has already said that there's 4 benches in there now, and she can't see putting any more in there in the garden. If you could give us a tour of your basement office space, and I don't. My basement is far from an office. It's kind of unfinished, the basement, but not like some of the Philly basements are, where it's like the sand concrete. Like, I mean, it's flat 90-degree angles and stuff like that. But not only is that basement a complete and total mess, um, you could see the rafters and everything like that, and it's just, yeah, no. At some point, I'd like to get all that cleared out. I mean, there's even a pool table down there that hasn't been used in probably over 20 years, well over 20 years. And there's just so much stuff I'd like to get rid of. But the way that things are situated on my street, it's not easy to get like one of those big dumpsters delivered. And that's what I would need, because there's even old tires down there and stuff like that. It needs, yeah, it's not a murder basement. Chris, I don't think you ever made it into the basement of my house back when I had the pool table going. I know I had Hercom here, and that chick Kelly that he used to hang out with, the younger chick, um, and I know Jim Scott was here, but I don't think you ever made it over here. And back then, I would just hang curtains on the walls so you couldn't see them, and I had like Christmas lights going around and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think you've ever been there. It's nothing to see now, though. I mean, it just all needs to be cleared out. Like, a bunch of stuff needs to be thrown away, and I mean, that'd be great. And it also needs to be treated for like water resistance, because it does leak and stuff like that down there when it rains really bad, and that's definitely a thing that needs to be done. But I would love to get that going and make that like a hangout spot. That'd be great. Only problem is I'd be right below where my dad is, and I mean, no big difference. I'm right above where he is right now. Matter of fact, from where I'm sitting, back where this sign is, straight down from here is where he's sitting on the couch right now. But only my front steps. Never been in the house, huh? Well, it's not raining, men. It's not even raining. But from what I could see through the curtains right now, it's still pretty heavy with clouds right now. Um, and if I'd have known it wasn't going to rain, I'd try to figure out something. I mean, there is a graveyard that somebody told me to go check out. Let me see. Behind the Ben Salem Presbyterian Church on Bristol Road, there's a lot of I think Civil War veterans buried there and people who died in the Civil War and stuff. And the person that suggested that said that the tombstones talk for themselves. It's pouring at Ron and the Boulevard. Yeah, it's not raining here yet. If it was, I'd hear it on my air conditioner because the rain always hits the back of the house for whatever reason. Rare occurrence that it rains in the front. It comes in the front of the house. It's raining at Jeep Girl's house too. Well, it just hasn't hit me yet. Well, it was pretty hot sun out here today, Noah. I can tell you. Even just driving around, I was sweating in the car because I didn't put the AC on because I'm trying to save on gas. As I said, I'm a poor man, so I did see the lightning earlier, though, Chris. As I was coming back from getting the lunch meat and cheese, and I was thinking about maybe going over to the flea market over at Franklin Mills. I'm coming down Woodhaven Road, and I saw in the distance off to the left, I saw a lightning bolt. I thought, wow, maybe I'm not making a video today. You're near Welsington Boulevard? All right, so it's like closing in on us here. So like you and Chris aren't extremely far from each other. So it's coming from the inner city up this way. Like it came from like Center City and then coming to you guys and then coming to me. So it'll probably be here soon. I mean, it looks like it's going to. But yeah, what are you going to do? So I figured why not do a live feed, hang out with some cool people, chat about some things. That's all right, Kate. Not a problem. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? So yeah, so I'm currently realizing that like in the very extreme local area, I've pretty much run out of places to go to that are interesting. And I did have the opportunity, and I don't know if I said it on my last live feed. I had the opportunity to talk to a guy who was recently on the TV show Expedition Unknown. They did a whole thing on the Doan Brothers gang, which the Doan Brothers were turncoats basically in the Revolutionary War. They were spies for the British pretty much, and they were labeled as traitors and drummed out and all that stuff. And then they became criminals and stole from the Bucks County Treasury right after tax season. And that treasure's never been found. But on the show, this guy who works at the Mercer Museum, Clint, he was on the show, and he went with what's his name, Josh Graves, or I forget his name. Is that it? I don't know. They went down into the cave where the Doan Brothers hung out, or they suspected that's what it was, and they pretty much got confirmation of it when they were in there. And I saw that Clint was posting in the one group that I belong to. So I reached out to him and I thought, why not? And I asked him, what he thought the possibility was that like I'd be able to go to the Mercer Museum or to Fonthill Castle, but not in a group, like where they have like group walking tours and stuff like that. He said it's probably unlikely, but he gave me the name of somebody to contact. I haven't contacted him yet. But we got to talking about a lot of things, and he reminded me that like all over Bucks County, there are stuff just like what I found in that last video, where people may or may not know what it is. Yeah, Chris. Oh, I heard thunder. Yeah, the kayaks could definitely be used. There's a couple places that I know of that you have to get to that way. One of which is Burlington Island. And we definitely should get there. Absolutely. It's a big place to explore, but if we went in the fall, it'd be cool. It'd be cool in the fall. Yeah, there's a dad joke there somewhere. Anyway, I had a squirrel moment, so I lost my train of thought. But yeah, he said there's plenty of places like that all over Bucks County. Now, Bucks County is rather large, I mean, Ringing Rocks, which took me quite a long time to get to driving, um, is still in Bucks County. I mean, it's in the northernmost part of Bucks County, but still, and that's up by like Upper Black Eddy area. So um, there's plenty of places to go to. It's just a matter of finding them. Now, I can look at Google Maps all I want, but I'll see like wooded areas and stuff like that, and I won't know what's in them, because you can't see because there's a tree cover. And even when you go through the timeline, if you use Google Earth, like you can get to the point where it's fall and you can see through it, and you might be able to see something, which I do that, but it's not always likely that you will. So it's tough, and that's why I always ask everybody, if you know of any places that I haven't been to that would be really interesting, that might have some kind of historic value, whether it be just a little bit or a lot. Always feel free to send me a message on my Facebook, facebook.com/This Is Tom's World, and or if you don't have Facebook, you could always email me tnally75@gmail.com, and and I'm always willing to check out new places. And I do know that I still have some some suggestions that I have not yet checked out. Couple graveyards and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm coming up dry when I sit here and I think about it. I think, I don't want to do a graveyard. I'd like to go in the woods and try to find stuff, but like I don't know. Buff Jones, what is up, man? It's been a minute since I heard from you. I do remember you. Strange looking area behind the old strict trailer that looked like a cemetery on Google Maps. I can't remember. I cannot remember. If you can, send me another message. I mean, I would think that your original message is there because I don't delete messages, but I'll have to look. But you can just like shoot me another message so that yours comes to the top, so I don't have to scroll through. And give me any information that you can, like even like I don't know where the strict trailer, the old strict trailer that looked like a cemetery. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. I can't remember if I looked into it. I know I've gone to a couple of different cemetery areas to look at things and stuff like that. I do recall going to one off of Frankfurt. I don't know if I made a video out of that or not. I might have. Route 1, Fairless Hills. Okay. Yeah, definitely shoot me another message. I mean, even if it's just like an emoji or something like that, just so that your message goes to the top and I'll see it and I'll look into it again. I do know that there are some people that would like me to get to the Fairless Hills area because apparently there's quite a bit of things there that are cool to check out. I believe that's the area where my buddy Paul Adler lives. And now this guy I met over at Nick's Roast Beef, Woodhaven, and he's part of a local tribute band. Well, not tribute band, but I guess that's what you consider them. They play like old rock stuff, like old hair bands and stuff like that. And they're called Old School. And he has his own podcast called The P Word, which I've been on a couple times, but I comment on quite frequently. And I think that's the area he lives in, and he would like for me to get there because he says there's quite a few really cool things to check out in that area. But yeah, I'm always up for getting suggestions of places. That's always a plus. A lot of the places I've gone to have been a result of suggestions. Now, early on, of course, I didn't have a big following, so I had to find things on my own. But I did a lot of the things locally that I knew. Dinosaur Lake, the prison farm, which I do have to get back to because I think I heard that construction started on the warehouse that they were building in that area. And I just want to make sure that they're not demolishing that in doing this warehouse because that would suck. But at least I caught it on video a few times. I've been there. And I was there with Kenny and Donna Biddle of K&D Adventures when they did a video there as well. I think it was actually the first time we met in person. They're really good people, and they just don't do their channel anymore. He's more focused on other things, job related stuff like that. So, but still, a lot of the videos they have are really cool. So you go check them out. K&D Adventures. I've made an appearance in a couple of their videos. We went to Dinosaur Lake together. Wow. I don't know if you guys are hearing that. But that was a pretty loud crack of thunder. We went to Dinosaur Lake together and stuff. And I was also in another YouTuber's video, Squeezed Day. And they came to the garden and, they decided that they would like for me to be there to show them around and give some history and stuff like that. And that was fun too, to meet them. And since then, they have been all over the world, like literally all over the world. Like they broadened their horizons. They lost their jobs during COVID. They lost their trailer in an accident. And then they just pooled all the money that they had and they just went traveling the world. And I envy them for that. I would love to be traveling the world and check out things. Yeah, it's definitely raining now. I can see the drops coming down the window. And I can hear it hitting the air conditioner, and you might be able to as well. Now it's just a rainy day, a rainy Sunday. I really wish I could have made a video today. Would have been really, really cool because tomorrow I don't have much to do, so I have a day off and don't have to take Dad for his appointments tomorrow. So I'm going to be able to make a video tomorrow, but I really wanted to make one today and one tomorrow. So, never fear, there will be another video coming. I just have to figure out where to go. And so if anybody has any suggestions of a place for me to check out tomorrow that's not like terribly far, do let me know. And otherwise, I'll just have to come up with something on my own and try to not make it a repeat video because for all the people who have just come in as subscribers, I would like to be able to give something new. Because I noticed that a lot of these people that are coming in as new subscribers have been going back and watching some of my old stuff and commenting on it, and that's awesome. That's totally, completely awesome. And I don't want to have to continue to do repeats. Now it's different when it's been a while and I go to check in on something like Dinosaur Lake. I would love to go down and check out Dinosaur Lake, but right now it's going to be so overgrown, especially with the rain that we've gotten in the last couple of months. And I know that there's a lot of homeless people down there, or there was. Maybe there isn't anymore. I don't seem to see as many homeless people around as I did, but there are still some. So maybe they moved on to somewhere else. They were getting kicked out of every place they went to, and they were just going from one place to another, coming back to this one, that one, that one. So I don't know, maybe some of them got sick of it and moved somewhere else that could be more stable for them. But it's definitely a place I intend on going, and I may wait until Chris, you're more than welcome to go to Dinosaur Lake with me, man. I may wait until the fall for that, maybe, because in being in talks with the Philly captain, that's one place that he definitely wanted to see for himself, and he wanted me to show him how to get there and everything. He was originally saying, how about sometime in July? But I said to him, man, it's going to be hot, steamy, overgrown. Is that really when you want to go? I mean, if you want to go, then we can go. I'll just douse myself in deep woods off from head to toe, and we can go. and he decided that maybe the fall was more the time to go there. Chris, if you haven't been there anytime recently, it is so totally different. The lake is gone, has been gone since August or September of 21 when we had that tornado come through here. It just ripped that wall apart between the lake and the creek, and the lake is gone. There's all kinds of vegetation growing where the lake was. You can walk right up onto the island. Um, it's crazy. It really is, and I can't even begin to imagine what it looks like right now. You probably can't even tell there was ever a lake there. 30 years, well, then yeah, it's going to be drastically different for you. But you can go back and watch my videos when you want to see what it looked like when it did have the lake. Um, the first video I made there is actually the second most viewed video on my channel, and I go into some history. I had really poor equipment to record with at the time because my phone that I had at the time had a crack going across the camera, so I had to use an old video recorder, digital video recorder from like 2007, 2008. Um, and the next couple times I went there, it was still very much in good shape. So you can check them out. Yeah, the video when it finally drained, that was a very sad day. What's his name? What's the guy's name that made that? It'll come to me. It's a strange name. Standish Ford Hansel. That was his name. He's also the guy that made the bar that we all used to hang out in Bensalem, the barn. He made that as well. That was his bar. He owned all that land right there. That is now currently the golf course, and that was all his. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Welcome to the live feed. We were just talking about Dinosaur Lake because why not? Let's talk about anything, everything. Definitely a place I do want to get back to again, but I'm also looking for new places to check out. I'm looking for like places I have not yet been, or maybe places that maybe I was near, and anything at all. I checked out the old bridge off of Route One, Benjamin. Yes, yeah, oh, behind the motel, yeah, because that's actually we take care of Benjamin Rush, the people at Neshaminy. More individually, I take care of that park. Because I've been tasked with doing the mowing and stuff like that. We've been a little behind on doing the mowing there this year, but I'm hoping that changes soon. But yeah, we actually commissioned for that bridge to be fixed. I don't know if you've seen it since it's been fixed, but I did do a video where I went there once before it was fixed, before I started working for the park, and then after they had fixed it, I went back there and did another video to show what it looked like. But there was some weeds and stuff growing up through the bridge in recent months, and I guess it was a few weeks ago or about a month ago, I was there, and me and some of the coworkers, we got rid of all that, and chased some people off the bridge that were hanging out. One of which seemed to be really out of it. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I know the bridge well. There's also the bridge in the same woods that goes off of Richelieu Road, over by Street Road and Richelieu. Any fish in the creek? Yeah. I mean, it depends on what creek you're talking about. In the Neshaminy Creek, obviously, there's going to be. You just have to find the deeper parts if you want the bigger fish. Pequessing Creek that runs through Benjamin Rush. there are fish in there, but I don't think anywhere along in the Benjamin Rush grounds that the Pequessing Creek gets deep enough to have the bigger fish. The deepest part of the Pequessing Creek that I've ever seen is actually in the woods behind Holy Family College. There's like an old chimney there that's just there by itself, and that actually belonged to a Boy Scouts lodge that was there a long time ago. Under Route 1. So where Pequessing Creek goes under Route 1. Yeah. But I mean, Pequessing Creek gets deeper. Like I said, if you go in the woods behind Holy Family College, and I'm trying to remember the name of that street. It's like, say you were coming down Knights Road from the hospital right there. What's it, Jefferson now? It used to be Frankfurt Hospital a long time ago, Torresdale campus. So say you're going down Knights Road towards Frankfurt, and you get to the light at Frankfurt. When you cross over Frankfurt, if you keep going straight, whatever the name of that road is, if you follow that straight down to where it dead ends ish, you'll see on the left there's like wooded area. There's a path that goes back there. If you follow that path and go to the left, you'll find like the deeper parts of Pequesson Creek right there. So I'm sure there's bigger fish right there. If you went to the right on that path, you'd eventually find that chimney I'm talking about. Stevenson, yes, thank you. Stevenson Road. But if you go down that trail, that like from the parking area, right? Well, it's a street. You just park on the street, and there's like a little asphalt trail that goes down. If you go to the left and you go down, I don't know, walk about like 5 minutes or so, you'll see how deep it is. Like you can't even see the bottom. And I think I showed that in one of my videos when I was back there. But it's I would have to assume there's bigger fish that live there. You would think, the bigger the area, the bigger the fish get. But as far as in Pequesson Creek in Rush, I don't think it gets that deep at any given point, really. The swim club back there on the other side of the creek. What, like on Mill Road? Because that's, well, for some of the creek on the other side there, that's what's there is Mill Road. There was something on there I wanted to look at too. I think it's the area that's now like a doggy park, but it used to be something else. Road right behind him. Okay. Yeah, it's Mill Road or Mill Street. Is it Mill Street or Mill Road? I think it's Mill Road. And then that'll dump you right out onto State Road. The old State Road Bridge, Grant and James Street. Now across from Three Monkeys, remnants of the bridge exist. Deepwater 2. So there's remnants of an old bridge at Grant and James across from Three Monkeys. I'll have to look into that. That would be cool. I mean, if it's old, that'd be even better. I don't understand how my beer is getting warm already. I've only been on here for 37 minutes. Mill Road, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely, you know what? Let me mark that down. Or no, not behind. Across from Three Monkeys. I know how you feel, man. Yeah, I always say, like, with the Irish, it's we have bad luck to begin with. Like there's Murphy's Law, which is whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and then I say there's Nally's Law, which is just it will go wrong. That's it. What's up, Noah? Welcome back, Tony. What is going on? Welcome. I'm about to be sending out Lori's T-shirt to her tonight. I'm going to do that whole process. She popped in earlier. I don't know if she's still here. I fish wherever, including Dinosaur Lake, during a tornado. Yeah, I got to keep that out so I don't lose that. I might go check that out tomorrow. That bridge across from Three Monkeys. I think about Three Monkeys. What's across from that? There's a train station right there that goes down. I dropped Tommy off there one time when he was going to New York to see his girlfriend. Is it on the other side of the tracks? The bridge? I would assume, I guess, since the tracks are like right there. But yeah, I'm always willing to accept new suggestions. So bring them. You know, whether you make mention of it here in the live feed, across from the apartment complex. Let's see. I just already happen to have Google Maps up. I'm just in a different area. Figure out where I am here. Okay, Mud Island. So I'm not far here. Now I'm looking for. But there's Three Monkeys. Okay, across from the apartment complex. On Sorry if you're commenting, I can't see it right now. I'm looking at the map, and I would show you guys this, but I didn't click over to that. Across from the apartment complex. From, what's that called? The gatehouse? The gatehouse. So you mean like in between the apartment complex, like they're on either side of Grant, like Three Monkeys, and then the creek. So I see the creek. Holy Family College is on the other side of 95. Let me come back, see comments here. Gatehouse Apartments, okay. The bridge looked like it would have led into the parking lot. Okay. Part of the bridge wall next to the house. Bridge footing is visible. Half is on the apartment side, half is on the James Street side. Okay. I do see that there's actually a road that goes from State Road down to Salem Harbor, and it's called Old Bridge Road. But that's not the gatehouse. I see the gatehouse. Almost looks like there's something that goes across the road on Google Maps that's like blue. I don't know if it's like some kind of water tunnel or something. I don't know. But it goes from like Grant over to the gatehouse. But I mean, at least it'd be easy enough to park there. There's plenty of parking all around there. Half on the apartment side, half on the James Street side. James Street side. Oh, like where James Street dead ends at Grant, I would assume. That might definitely be worth checking out. It just stinks that like right there at that point, there's a lot of tree cover that goes like right where James Street dead ends at Grant, between that and the apartments. But I do see a couple things that span across on Google Maps anyway. That span across the Pequescent Creek between Grant and the gatehouse. So that's interesting. Low tide when the falls are exposed. Sewer line that ran under the bridge blue. Okay. So that would be where the bridge was. And at low tide, when the falls are exposed, showed how deep it got. Well, that's definitely something, you know. And I'm curious to see how well the next video does, to see if I have the same traction that I did with the last video. I got a feeling I won't, but if I do, that'd be great. Because I already met my ad revenue quota for the month just with that video, which was awesome. I mean, it's not much that I get paid from it. You get paid cents on the dollar for ad revenue, but still, I mean, extra money's extra money, right? And if I keep getting it like this, then I'll eventually have to claim it on a W-9 at the end of the year. But that's okay. But yeah, that's definitely something for me to look at some point tomorrow. Um, the thing is I should build up and I should. There's times I should be sitting here researching stuff, and I just goof around on here. I'm watching YouTube videos or whatever. I'm on other live feeds and stuff when I should be here researching stuff and come up with a list. I'd done that before, but I already got everything on that list since then. This was quite a while ago. But come up with a list of places to go check out, and then like the night before, I could always do the research and make my little cheat sheets and stuff like that. Burlington Island, yes. Actually, that was what my buddy Chris, who was commenting earlier, was hinting at, with the him saying that we need to get the kayaks out because he has two kayaks, and that's the only way we're going to get to Burlington Island. But I definitely would love to get to there as well. That would probably be one that's better off in the fall, um, because then all the foliage is gone. I'll be able to see more. Only problem then is all the leaves all over the place. But there's definitely some stuff there I'd like to check out. And I don't think that we'd be able to get the entire island covered in one day because it's a big island, and there's stuff scattered about on there, remnants of stuff like that. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. Do a Burlington Island dinghy. Sent me a pic on Facebook Messenger of the bridge wall at Sing Sing. Oh, cool. I will definitely have to check that out. Let's see. Have to switch over to my Tom's World profile. So I'm currently on my normal one. Let's check this out. Oh, that's so weird. I see myself live on there. You know, I hate Messenger because pictures always come through so small on here. But I do see it. It's like right there in the middle. Oh, you're on Street View and Google Maps. I could just do that. Let me do that. See what I see here. Oh, yeah. I see it. That stone pillar looking thing there. Is there more of it in there? I mean, have you been back there? Like, or is it just that little stone pillar is like all there is? I mean, I'll still check it out either way. I'm just curious to know what's there. I mean, I know somebody said it's on both sides, or maybe it was you that said it's on both sides, but there's remnants. Um, oh, I was trying to scroll through the comments. I can't do that. I have to do it over here. Yeah. But yeah, at least it's a place. At least I have a place. That's a good thing. In that area by Grand Ave, that I don't know. Let me see if I can see it on the Google Earth here, or not Google Earth. I mean, there's houses along there, but it's hard for me to see because the trees are in the way. Yeah, I can't tell. Pillars, bridge, stone footings can be seen. And someone said little falls are right there. Cool. I mean, if there's a little bit of a waterfall there, that's even better. That's more content to the video. I have recorded some waterfalls and dams and stuff like that, so we'll just add to that. Maybe I'll make a playlist for waterfalls. I mean, I intend on checking out all the waterfalls along the Chamonix Creek at some point. Um, I've done that on Google Maps where I just follow the creek as much as I can because at certain points it's hard to see, um, and I look for the different areas where there's falls and I want to go see them. There's one that's on the Chamonix Creek that I definitely would like to get to because it's got some history around it as well with the building that's there, but I can't remember what it was called. Um, yeah, I can't. I'd have to go searching again. I think I did bookmark it somewhere, but I'd have to double check on that. Switch back to my main profile just in case the goddess decides to mention me. My goddess has been going through one hell of a weekend um, due to issues with her contact lenses. She may have scratched her cornea again. So she's been going through some excruciating pain, and I hope that she gets through this. It's not a crick. I'll get to that in a second. um, Hopefully she gets through that, and I know she's feeling a little bit better today, so that made me happy to hear. But all right, so look, Crick Creek. So, and it's not just a Philadelphia thing. It does happen in different areas of the East Coast, from what I can tell. But it's spelled Creek, um, and there's just something in my brain that won't allow me to pronounce it that way. Now, has it ever come out of my mouth? Yeah, sometimes when I don't think about it, but that's just because of the surroundings and everybody saying it that way. Um, but for the most part, I've always called it a creek. Uh, a crick is something that you get in your neck. Like, oh, I got a crick in my neck or whatever. I mean, everybody can pronounce it any way they want to. But I can't. There's something in my brain that just won't let me call it a crick. I don't reprimand people for saying it, even though it may have seemed like it right there. But yeah, I just can't do it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I do say water. I don't say water. So what a forum. We discuss our health and bring it all together with an English lesson. I don't know. It's just like say with the older generation above us, right? Or the older generations above us. They never said Acme. It was always Acme. They put an extra A in there, Acme. Well, we all know it's called Acme. Send you some other picture found. All right, cool. I will be taking a look at that because I probably won't last a terrible amount longer because it's already been an hour, and I'm gonna have to start preparing something for Dad to eat for tonight. Um, but where the hell was I going? Another squirrel moment. But yeah, it's I can't help. Can't say crick. Old city and history pics. Oh wait, I missed one. My elders would say batteries instead of batteries. See, so we all have this thing, and we've all adopted some pronunciations, and some we have not. That's just one I didn't inherit for whatever reason. Going to record some reactions today. Hey, you don't have to worry about being lazy, man. You're still making videos. I see you. I see them coming out. That's what matters. Don't follow my example where I go 2 weeks without making a video. I couldn't have made one last week because, well, I was at a barbecue on Sunday for a birthday party. And it's like, well, do I make a video? Do I go to a barbecue and have some burgers, dogs, and beers? I think I'll go to the barbecue. And I thought, yeah, I'll just make one during the week. But no, it was too hot. By the time I got done work every day this week, it was like, just want to go home, want to get in my air, and just relax. And I last all of about like a half hour from the time I get up here. I get a beer, I drink like 2 sips out of it, and I'm watching a video. Next thing I know, I'm waking up and it's an hour later. Sandwich. Yeah. Yeah. See, so there's all these pronunciations that we've simply let die off and we may refer to jokingly. And eventually that's going to happen with creek and crick, at some point. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, so maybe it won't. You never go more than 2 days without a video. Yeah, at one point, especially when I wasn't working and I was a volunteer over at the park that I work at now, and I was working on that garden. There were times where I do like 3 videos in a week. I would do a before thing like I always do, and then I would show the progress of what I was doing that day, um, and show the progress of what the other volunteers had done as well. Uh, but yeah, you've never been to any of my lives before? Well, welcome. We have broken your live feed cherry for This Is Tom's World. I do this pretty much every Monday, so I'll be back here again tomorrow night, and maybe I'll talk about the bridge. Maybe I'll go in and check that out, or something else may come up between now and then where I go, oh my god, yeah, I gotta go do that. 409. So wow, you're getting up there, man. See, it happens. I mean, for me, it was always a slow build until just recently. And like even when I go to look on my analytics for that video, normally, and I think I mentioned this in the last live feed, but normally with my videos, when I look at at the YouTube analytics, most of my views come from external / Facebook, because I post my videos to different groups on Facebook. That video, that last one that took off, that has 7,000 views. Let me refresh the page just to see if it got any more views. Out of the 7,027 views, 5,000 of those came from YouTube recommendations, not external. The external was only 1.7K that came from that. So that's a big deal. That means YouTube recognizes things and they're pushing me out more to more people, which is why I'm reaching more people now. So it's when you get to that point, it's an exciting thing. It really is. But anyway, so where's my time on this? It's 58 minutes and 19 seconds. So I should probably wrap this up because not only do I got to go figure out, what he's going to have for dinner. If it's just going to be a sandwich, I'll be lucky because that's easy. But I also have to send out Lori's T-shirt, and we will be doing another giveaway on the channel. Reach out and Tom someone. I like that. But I do have to send out her T-shirt. We will be doing another giveaway on here at some point, no doubt. Hey, Jill. Wow. Have you been here for a while and just being quiet, or did you just pop in? Because if so, that sucks because like I'm on my way out. That doesn't mean this will be the last time you see me tonight because you never know. You never know when a Golf It video may pop up. I haven't heard anything from Joe or Nick about it. Well, I know Nick's not around tonight, and I know we're not doing the Minecraft feed because Nick and Don are going to be out. But that doesn't mean that like me, Joe, and Kate may not do one. You never know. And I love you too, Joe. You're a very, very awesome person. As all of you here are. Oh, you were listening? Cool. You get to listen to me talk, go on and on and on. I'll send you a custom pickle that is pickle Todd. That would be funny. That would be very, very, very funny. And my friend Nick would really get a kick out of that because he's the one that started all that. Pickle Nick. But yeah, please do continue to make sure you support the channel in any way, even if it's just watching the videos, showing up here for the live feeds. You can go check out the merch shop. The link for that is going to be in the description of this if you're watching it on YouTube. If not, you can still find it on Facebook, or you just go to the YouTube and it's on there, on any video, really. Go check out the new design that I have up there, which says history is all around us, has my little YouTube symbol at the bottom. And share the videos out, share the channel out, spread the word. Be one of the cool kids and hang out and watch Tom because, he's cool. Well, we'll see what happens, Noah. No pressure either way, man. Just a mere thought gave me some happiness there. But yeah, I guess I will wrap this up. So make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Tomorrow night, actually. See you later.